Hello, I'm Dsas. This is Viscera Cleanup Detail, and it's time to finish this level. I was hoping to do last time, but now we're going to finally finish it. We have, so the tasks we have are to clean out the toilet, dear, to clean out the boardroom, and then to go looking for anomalies such as bullet holes have been missed, you know, sniffing around for stuff, that sort of thing, and of course box stacking as well. And filling up these things. And there we go. Right. What's in here? Yeah, we saw this on the... oh dear. We saw this on the camera, didn't we? The security camera. Security cameras... oh dear. Someone's been done in here, haven't they? Security cameras in the toilet. Not sure how I feel about that. When it happens... as I guess they have to do it in companies, but it's not great, is it really? You are going to be a problem, aren't you? Are you going to come out now? Do I have to laser you? I will laser you. I will. Believe me. What's your name? John. It's John Spartan. Poor old John. I thought they were using seashell methods around here. Does that mean this is seashells over here? One second. Oh. No, there's no seashells. Okay, and a brush. Which I can't pick up, apparently. There we go, I don't think that counts as rubbish. Yeah, okay. What about in here? Oh dear. You're in a, is that like a bath? What are you in there? Don't know, 1 second. I've got to see what this is. It looks like a really, really big sink. Which I guess it is. How odd. Never mind, let's get you out of here. What are you anyway? Who are you? Who are you, sir? You're Doug Smith. Doug, you're making a mess, mate. Yes, a poor old John Spartan there. Although I thought we heard... it's a sort of a shame. I thought we heard there that, in the previous letter, that they were using the Demolition Man method of 3 seashells for the toilets. So it's sort of a shame they haven't actually put 3 seashells in here. What else is in here, by the way? Any other mysteries? A broken toilet. I'm not sure if you count as rubbish or not. We will deal with you later. If you do. But this is the problem, though. Let's get the cans out first. Okay. I think we're going to have to laser him. He seems to be... Get out of it, door. He seems to be irretrievably stuck, poor old John, in the toilet. He's not a man who's had a lot of luck with toilets. Possibly the amount of beer is what's causing some of the dietary problems here. I don't know. And where's the droid that did this? Must have wandered off again. I said before about the footprints, didn't I? The fact the footprints didn't make sense. Have I got a mop? I got one of these. Oh, his arm's down the toilet, look. Oh, John. John in the John. It's a rather obvious joke, I know. Right, let's laser him. I've had enough of this. He's not cooperating. The Demolition Man is being awkward. Wow, okay. Well, that's unexpected. That's actually not very helpful either. Oh dear. I don't think I've actually melted a body like that before, and that is a bigger chunk than I expected. That is going to be a problem, isn't it? And this door is incredibly annoying. We'll try lasering him again, but I don't think it'll work. I think once you're a chunk, you're a chunk. Oh! It was a drastic solution. But I think he's gone. Now look, see? You know what I said? I was being rude to the devs again. Oh look. 3 seashells. And what does that say there? Brown something? Brown con, is that? Not sure. And we have the relief suite device here. Is this where you swear and you get the things come out? What does that say there? can't read that. Ooh, I don't. Is it my resolution? Oh, one second. Let's open this door. Or close the door rather. Caution: read manual thoroughly before use. Use only as instructed. Avoid getting substances on the something when using the for something purposes. Okay, that's interesting. You can read that on there. Not quite sure what it means. Okay, thankfully, yes. John was obviously. I don't think he was supposed to be jammed like that. I don't think it's intended by the It's just rather unfortunate that he happened to be stuck like that. Who's been eating Chinese in here? And I can't believe that it actually did the 3 seashells. That's great. See, I was doubting them, and they proved me wrong, as usual. Amazing stuff. What, anything in here? Actually, pretty clean in here. Well, it was pretty clean in here. It's worse now. I've been zapping things, but let's get this out of here. We should probably run those 2 ID tags out of here very soon as well before I do anything drastic to them. Yeah, I don't know if you can destroy them or not, but let's not risk it. Okay, well, hold on. There's the other one. There was just 2 bodies in here, wasn't there? Doug and John. So let us now clean up a little bit. And there you go, 1 clean toilet. Well, presumably so. Let's head along then to the next step, which is the boardroom. Okay. Let's get the receptacle in here. Someone's been doing a lot of shooting in here. Rounds everywhere. How many bodies were... I remember seeing at least 2 bodies on the video camera. 1 on the table and 1 in the corner, but there might be more. Let's have a look. Maybe 3. Looks like we can't go to that door over there, so let's pick up all these casings. What else is likely to be in here? Had a box, some bodies, some boxes, paperwork, data pads. What's that over there? It's like a projector. I don't know. I'll have a look in a minute. Oh, a note. It's Swarovski flange again. Ah, that's like the same as... Oh, it must have fallen out of the box. I wonder how that suddenly appeared in my hand. This is a box I've been using before. Yeah, it looks like a typical sort of room after a meeting or whatever. Paper, well, not the bodies, but you know, the paper and the paper cups everywhere. So it looks like the sort of office room I've been in. Let's straighten this chair up a little bit and get this person out of the way. Just put you over here by the hot light. Who are you? You are Mr. Parker. Mr. Parker, you need to get out of here, sir. Let me assist you. Yeah, there's a few more medkits to fill up there as well. I've covered this before, I know, but I wanted to mention it again, which is the fact that the medkits on the walls are interesting. They're very first-person shooter-esque, aren't they, really? Having these healing units on the walls. Although what I'd like is... I think it's a bit strange that they're empty, because it makes more sense that the units that were in there... I mean, you don't... If the unit in there is like a frame and a syringe, isn't it? It shouldn't be... Whoa. So when you use it up, you what you do is you empty the chemicals out of it. You don't actually... what is this? I don't know the notepad. You don't actually deplete the entire thing, do you? The entire inside unit doesn't vanish out of the med unit. It maybe gets used up. So it'd be nice to have ones that are maybe burnt up med units. Oh, how's that for balancing? Look at that. The amazing cup balance. Oh, it's back in again. Yeah, you have to go around and pull out the burnt out med units and put in new ones. There you go, it's an idea. Oh, it's a bit full already, isn't it, really? Okay, we can put some smaller stuff in here. But I should really have brought another bin down. I'm trying to save time, and I'm probably not in doing it that way. Get you out of the way before I knock you over. What's over here? Let's read this pad. There's 2 pads like this I've seen. What's this? This is from Mrs. Trinity Verbatim, Lead Contract Manager. I've secured another contract with Exoplanetary Liberation Corps, they sound lovely, over a small shipment of our Hercules 11. It may not be much, but we're receiving more and more contracts from these days. We might just beat Cyrus out the game at this rate. Those guys have been a pain in the arse for a long time. I have to ensure the engineering department follows the contract requirements to the letter. Everything must be in perfect working order for the EPLC's mission to LV-426. LV-426. Exoplanetary Liberation Corps. Is that Starship Troopers? Again. It feels like a hidden code, sort of thing you might recognise. Let's just get up on here. Might be easier. Let's go and get another bin. Yeah, feels like a code that should maybe be recognisable, but I'm not quite working it out. If it's not, it might be alien, or would it be something actually referring to robots? Don't know. If I work it out, I'll put it in the caption or whatever. You know what I mean? I'll do an overlay of some information for the video. LV-426. Cyrus as well. That's bit of a cheap looking table for an office table, I must admit. Looks a bit like Formica to me. Bit of laminate coated IKEA job rather than a nice bit of mahogany. Who do we have here? Let's just read this pad over here as well. This is Mr. Parker, the guy we just found the dead body of in the furnace. Financials are up this year, but I insist, as long as we don't yet have a jacuzzi in the boardroom, we're not doing well enough. The CEO insists that we grow the company steadily, though he's not willing to consider any higher risk ventures. I will speak to the executives and see what they say. Maybe we can squeeze some extra dollars out of our contracts. I want a jacuzzi, goddammit! Too right, mate. You executives certainly need these quality goods. Otherwise, how would you possibly get your work done? I hardly agree. Let's move this off here. Hold on. Oh! Is that like scribbles on the paper? I don't remember that being there before. Maybe just being paper that just crumpled up. As usual, little things pleasing my simple mind. I have here a body, I've just fed into the furnace, that has only one name, which is interesting. Mr. White. No first and second name, which is definitely interesting. It was at the head of the table in the conference room, so maybe the CEO. There you go. His PID thing's there, and his head and brains all over the floor. But a good number. There's a number of pads to read here. I'll read those in a minute. But also we have someone over here who's at a particularly bizarre death. It's a strange angle, isn't there? This person up here, he appears to have been blasted back over this table full of packages. Who are you? You are... I can't even see what's there anymore. What is this table? I cannot see. I don't have a look what this is. Let's get a bucket over here. Oh, I know what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be a model, isn't it? It's supposed to be an architectural model. That's what it is. Have we got thingy references again? We have oh god. Robocop references. New Detroit, isn't it? I think that's supposed to be the idea here. Yes, maybe? Not sure. Who is this person? I haven't found their little thingy yet, anyway. Their ID. This person here. Oh, here it is. You're in the way. Let me read who you are. You are Mr. Kinney. And again, I'm fairly certain, without checking, that Mr. Kinney, this poor chap here with the staring eyes, is the person who is... Oh! Instructed... Kinney is still causing trouble. Instructed to point a gun at Ed 209 to demonstrate how it behaves when there are armed people around. Which is, of course, it kills them! Even when they put their gun down. Good old Robocop. What a film. Even though it's dated with the animation. The old stop-go animation. It's probably one of the... Is that one of the last, like, really big films with stop-go in there? I don't know. But... still a great, great film. Okay, let's read these pads. And we can do some mopping in here then. I need to get those PIDs out of here, those ones there. What's this? That's just something Ifrit. What does this one say? Mr. Kinney, there you go. Systems analyst. I'm stressed out of my mind right now. Don't worry, Mr. Kinney, that's going to be the last of your problems soon. They've been throwing work at me like it's candy for weeks. I can barely keep up, and now they're unveiling the new model tomorrow. I bet we ought to be there in the boardroom 9 o'clock sharp. The damn thing better work after all the hours I put into analysis of its heuristics. They'll probably use me for beta testing again, god damn it. Yes, you're right, Kinney, they will. So which one... From the look of the footprints, it's a Falcon, isn't it? It's a Falcon 3 that did him. Did them all, in fact. What does this say? This is Mr. White, maybe? CEO, Mr. White, yeah. The new model of the Falcon is finally ready. I've asked the engineers to present it early tomorrow. They took far too long getting it ready, and I'm not impressed. What people at this company seem to understand is that I'm not in the weapons business. I'm in the Empire business. So as long as they dally about, I'm going to have to keep using half measures. Yeah, well, half measures is what did for you, sir. Right. Isn't there one more pad over here I thought I saw? Here it is. What's this? Okay. This is Mr. Colonel Ifrit. Colonel Ifrit? Yeah, researcher. Business is up over 15% this year, but those eggheads at Smith agencies are killing us. They're stupid, floating, squiddy hunter-killer machines. Okay, so we've got Mr. Smith, as in the Agent Smith out of The Matrix, and they're squiddy hunter-killers, there we go, are taking all the contracts from investors. So in the interest of kicking them out of the game, I've come up with a new prototype that will rival their best machine, as well as put our E1000 to shame. Our gigantic killing machine fused with the brain of a human. Yes, with new networking, my dreadnought might as be possible. I shall fix it at the next board meeting. Okay, does that mean... Oh, does that mean then that all these droids we've seen around, they aren't really droids? They are cyborgs, in fact. So they have, not quite a 140,000 type dreadnought, but they have, much like Robocop, or I guess Robocop 2 with the big baddie and that. I can't think what his name is now. The drug addict guy. They've actually got a brain in there, functioning these things. Well, no wonder it went wrong. Got an unreliable squidgy human brain in one of these things. Kane. Kane is the baddie in Robocop 2. The drug addict. The drug addict's brain put in the body of a killing machine. Also, I think I've pieced together now sort of the series of events that happened. Yeah, let's see what you think of this. So, like any good story, there are multiple parts to it. Oh, damn it. Not necessarily them particularly related to each other. So the executives, worried about competition, have come up with a new device, a new killing machine, which involves the use of human brains put into machines. And they've showed it for a little demonstration, a little show and tell. On a Monday morning. Show and tell does not go too particularly well. Mr. Kinney gets done first, and then the machine decides to work its way around, blasting everything in sight. It then proceeds across to the toilets and annihilates everybody in there as well, and then starts heading up here, I think. Well, maybe actually, no, maybe it went through into here. I can't remember where the footprints were. Maybe it went into here. Beyond there, it starts to get a bit sketchy, because I'm not sure if where Alex Connor got involved. Obviously, Alex was working here in the sound of things, which is how he was involved, and how he got a gun to start blasting them, I don't know. But that's no, actually, no. Alex Connor was he was one of the alien killing squad, wasn't he? According to his little data pad. Maybe I'm not quite so sure how he got in here. Don't know. Anyway, I thought it might be a projection up here. It's just a shiny screen. Never mind. Yeah, so he then proceeded to kill everything. Why the other robots went nuts, I don't know. I mean, maybe they were just excited by the murdering done by the Falcon that went crazy. But I'm not quite sure why that one. The others decided to kick off. Who knows? Probably a combination of the other factors that I was thinking about, which is that just general sloppy workmanship in the design and quality control of the droids. And that is the boardroom done. There's a very sneaky bullet hole hiding under there against the dark background. There we go. So, next task, I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to run around, I'm going to refill the med kits, and I'm going to dump all the buckets and the bins, and we'll get the sniffer going.